cotangent of t. Cotangent is adjacent over opposite. So from t again, the adjacent is 2, the opposite was 4, and 2 over 4 we know is 1/2, gives us a decimal of 0.5, but I am going to be specific with the 3 zeros to get my 4th decimal. Alright, so cosecant, secant, and tangent. In the first one, we left them as ratios, understanding the ratios and understanding that if I changed all of this to b, then the opposite then becomes 6. The adjacent is 8, but the hypotenuse would always stay across from the right angle. These directions told us to round to 4 decimal places, so I set up my ratios and then used my calculator to divide. Once again, if I switched to the other acute angle, if I went to W, then 2 would be the opposite and 4 would be the adjacent, and that changes these ratios. Okay, up here it says pages 792 and 796. So you need to get your books out because this is really blurry. You're going to maybe be able to watch me go through there or see it on kind of on your handout. But I would get your book out so that you can turn it to page 792 and 796 to follow along with me. What is on these pages, what is on these pages is what I referred to at the beginning as a trig table. And they're trig ratios for angles from 0 to 90 degrees. Because remember, I kept saying we go from our acute angles in a right triangle. Because remember, in a right triangle, you have your 180 degrees. One of them's 90, so the other two have to be less than 90. So I have my 2 acute angles. So these are trig ratios for angles from 0 to 90. An angle measure is given in multiples of 10 minutes. So this is a little new for us, using degrees and minutes and getting even more specific than we have before. Know this, 1 degree equals 60 minutes. So 1 degree equals 60 minutes. And then, here will help you with your directions, because this is where some people get confused. If I'm going down from the top of my chart, I'm going to read the left-hand side of my chart. But, if I'm going up from the bottom of my chart, I'm going to read the right-hand side of my chart. And when we do some examples, that'll make more sense. But a lot of people like to jot this down just to give you a reference. If you're looking at the top of your chart and reading down, you're going to read the left. If you're reading your chart from the bottom up, you're going to read the right-hand side.